Shut up and sit down.
We are back inside Wisconsin. Trevor Thomas, John Anderson, and Brian Anderson. And there he is. BA, we've talked a lot about Wisconsin is a special place. You're from Texas, though, and let's be honest, the climates are different. So what about Wisconsin winters do you love the most? We'll go there.
That's a nothing. That's a nothing on it. You know what? Here's what I love about it. When we moved here, my daughter was in second grade. I love the fact that we had basements and we all it kind of bundled us together and we sat by the fire and we watched it snow. We wondered if we were going to die because I'm looking out the window and I haven't lived in snow ever. And I go, this looks like the Discovery Channel outside. Are we going to, what happened? Do we need to stock up on food? Canned goods? Sure. But I actually have come to love Wisconsin winters because I don't know. I think it's in order to understand and feel and enjoy and love the summers and the sun, you have to go through the part when it's taken away from you. So I don't know. I'm very philosophical about Wisconsin winters. There's no such thing as bad weather, I heard, just bad clothing. Once I figured that out,
Fair.
I was good.
Fair. You also talked a little bit about Wisconsin nostalgia and how the Brewers are our team. There was, 2-3 years ago when we went back to the old, this hat, the old ball and glove hat, right?
Yep.
When they relaunched that, Craig Counsell put out a video that said, "We did this for you. I'm one of us," and so on. I mean, how much do you feel that with as close connected as you are to the team? Because for a guy that grew up here, when this came back, I about lost it. It was
that was a great move, and the whole strategy behind that and implementing all of the different logos into some of the auxiliary logos that they have was really cool idea. Yeah, I feel it. I do feel. I hate to say this because I don't want to be presumptuous, but I do feel part of this culture and this community because of that, and because there is such a great connection to their teams here. And I have that now too. I'm a huge Packers fan, huge Bucks fan, the Admirals, Wisconsin, Marquette. I'm all in. I want all those teams to succeed. So I do feel it. I think it's very similar to being a Texan. We're pretty nationalistic down there in Texas. Everything's better in Texas. And I do sense that in a much nicer, more polite way. But I sense that in Wisconsin as well, that, this is like, we don't need you to enjoy Wisconsin. We don't need you to come give us praise. We're good the way we are. If you don't like it here, that's a reflection on you. It's kind of where I stand with it.
You are the first Texan I've ever met that his lifelong goal isn't to go back to Texas in some way.
No, I'm done with that.
Yeah, you're the first.
My family's there, but I'll visit, but I have no interest in living there, especially now. No chance.
It's awesome.
No, I love it here.
All right, John, lightning round it up, man.
Well, first I was going to say, between the old logo and the white Miller Lite can, Trevor's living his best life right now. He just never wants to leave. He just never wants to leave the house.
That's love that white Miller Lite can. I'm pissed off I don't have one back here. I have a Liney Summer Shandy. That's
so you're telling me you've never had to wear this hat?
Oh,
look at that. Yuck.
That's a bad logo.
That's the worst hat in the history of the world
ever.
Yeah.
All right, who do you think of? What player do you think of when you see that hat, Jay?
Jeff Cirillo, I do.
What about Johnny? Who are you?
None of them. It was I don't know. Was Fernando Vina on that squad?
Yeah.
Richie Sexton?
My former colleague, Jeremy Burnitz, I think, might have worn that hat.
He was on that, yeah.
I don't know. I've tried to forget it. So, all right. So you met Euchre. We'll go quick. You ever met Hank Aaron?
Yes.
Yeah,
many
fantastic.
Many times. Like being in the presence of the Pope. There's a picture in the press box at American Family Field of me and Rock and Hank Aaron. It's one of my favorite images ever, just to be able to sit with him. And he came on the air with us all the time when he would come to town. Yeah, that was a big loss.
Okay, so you've named the ballpark, but how long did it take you to actually that Miller Park does not come out of your mouth? You still have to think about it.
Yes. Every time I wrote it down, put it on a card, and there's a giant sign in center field, and I literally look at it every day I'm on the air. Every day. As I'm going to commercial, I physically move my eyes from the monitor to the sign American Family Field.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
It's amazing.
I've said Miller Park. I heard Euchre said it way more than me, which made me feel better. But the first 2 months, we had to put $5 in a jar every time, and I was losing everything.
Swear jar.
Yes.
You probably can have a favorite player, but does your daughter Madeline have a favorite Brewer?
No, not a sports fan really, but she did like Ryan Braun. He was always really nice to her when she was ever around. She also used to babysit Prince Fielder's kids, which is kind of funny. So, but no, no favorites. No favorites come to mind.
Give me the best road broadcast booth.
Road broadcast booth. I would go with a tie, the Mets and the Giants. Mets and Giants. And I'll give the advantage to the Giants because Dwayne Kuiper and his brother Jeff, the producer, are Wisconsin guys, so they win.
Yeah. Yeah, and quite frankly, if you look past the outfield wall, the view's a lot better in San Francisco than it is in Queens. It's not even close. I lose perspective of the game. Our PR director comes in often when we have a good inning that we've entertained him, Rock and I. He'll come in and say, "Hey, you guys are moving up to number 3." he literally grades us on the Mets Giants scale. So what a jerk. What a jerk. Give me the guy at Turner who's got the deepest pockets. You're like, he'll pick up dinner.
Oh, Barkley, no question. Easy.
Yeah.
He's the best. He's the greatest. I've never paid for anything. I actually paid for golf once before he got there, and he was really mad at me for a week. Really mad. And don't ever do that again. Right. Don't ever do that again. This is my club.
Right.
Which it's not.
Have you suffered the same? Because every time he sees my wife, he goes like, "What? You still hanging with this guy? What are you doing? You making bad life choices, right?" I don't know if he does that to you, but he does it all the time.
He's the greatest.
Give me a break.
The greatest human beings I've ever been around in my life.
Finally, you've been in a press box. Have you ever been in a deer stand?
Oh, sure.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I've been snipe hunting. Have you been snipe hunting?
Please, come on now. So did you tip cows too?
100% been snipe hunting, and I love that John has no clue what the hell that is.
Yes, I do.
I don't.
Trevor thinks he's going to stumble on something I don't know, and that hasn't happened yet. And
really trying though. God.
Yeah, I grew up in Texas, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a hunter, but I grew up in an apartment. But my hunting experience, we were hunting raccoons, and I shot the coon out of the tree, and apparently you're not supposed to shoot him between the eyes, which I didn't know, because he fell down and then there was no fight, and then the dogs were all mad at me because they didn't get to wrestle with the raccoon, which maybe that has to be edited, but that was the last time I went hunting.
Yeah. Snipe hunting, I'm in on it. Yeah. How about frog gigging, Trevor? You're a frog gig? That's a real thing.
That one I don't know.
Yeah, that's how you actually go hunt a frog if you want that.
Gig
frog
'em. Yeah, and then fry them up in the pan, as Boo Weekly would say.
Give me the last thing I want to know is what's your favorite all-time tavern of the game?
I think they're all great. Gosh, you put me on the spot. I wish I'd known this question was coming. There was one this is like very double entendre, and I can't remember the name. And it was just hearing Rock read it, I couldn't breathe, and I can't remember what it is. Damn it! I'm gonna have to.
You can text it in.
I will think of it and I will tweet a response. But it was something like "Hi, hard one" or something. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, by the way, that's unique too, along with Euchre and the logo, right? The Tavern of the Game. I know people that will send me a text like, "Have you seen tonight's Tavern of the Game?" They like it's one of the best things going.
And everybody thinks Rock chooses those, so I constantly bust his chops about it, like, "Hey, well, which one you going with tonight?" And then people are all mad because he's like, "Oh, you picked that one last week. We just had Oconomowoc."
Literally last night he read it, or the night before, and BA goes, "Where'd you pick that one, Rock?"
He gets so much blowback for the Tavern of the Game because they think they're leaving him out. It's classic. So classic.
Hey, brother, thanks for your time. You are a great listen. As you know, as people that sit around in this business where I am, we get umpteen games a night, and you get get cynical and you just sit around waiting to look at things that you can nitpick and go, that guy is terrible. It's like watching umpires. There is never a complaint in SportsCenter's newsroom when you come on. We will find the Brewer feed first and foremost. You're great. I hope you are here 50 years like you, even if you don't want to be here. But it's terrific. You represent us well. You're great to listen to on Turner and all the things and all the success you've had sort of shines well on us in the organization. Congratulations. And I'll never say anything bad about your Golf Channel work either. I thought it was great. I don't think we need to insult you about that.
Some of my best work. I appreciate that, John. You guys, appreciate being with you, and keep this going, man. This is a lot of fun. I think people are really digging it.
Cheers, BA. Thanks a lot. Go Brewers.
All right, Trav. Yes, sir.
Shut up and sit down.